you're still playing New Horizons wrong. I see the Facebook posts, the forum conversations, the Reddit comments. I see all the lies everywhere. It seems New Horizons can't get rid of the bad information that has been plaguing the game for the past 4 years. Oh my god, has it really almost been 4 years? New Horizons has a bunch of mechanics. I know it doesn't feel like it does. It's a very beginner-friendly, cozy game, but come on, this thing has actual flower genetics. There's a lot more to Animal Crossing than meets the eye. Between trying to get a blue rose to figuring out how many fish you can catch with a flimsy rod before it breaks, there are always questions. And on the internet, always incorrect answers. I'm here yet again to dispel some of these myths. Sit back, relax, stop blushing to Orville, and let's see how many of these myths you've fallen for in your time playing. Not gonna lie, I fell for a few of them over the years, so don't feel bad, it happens. Before we jump into how you're playing New Horizons wrong, let's find out how to eat right with today's sponsor, Factor. Factor's pre-prepared meals are a godsend. Delicious, healthy food arrives at my door, and all I have to do is pop it into the microwave for a couple minutes. And boom, good food that fuels my villager hunting excursions. I can cook up a Factor meal faster than ordering in. The meal options rotate every week with over 34 different meals and over 36 different add-ons like the most amazing smoothies I have ever had in my entire life, keto shakes, desserts, and so much more. Factor meals are the perfect solution when I don't feel like cooking, which is all the time. I can still get real nutritious food in a snap. No more planning my days around what time I have to start cooking dinner. If I'm running late from my totally real office job that isn't my couch in my own house, I know I have my meal waiting for me so I can stay focused on whatever else I decide to do that day. Like collecting every villager photo as fast as possible. Why do we do this to ourselves? I don't know. The new year brings new wellness goals, and I'm hopping on those workout plans to reach my New Year's resolution, and Factor can help. Fitness starts with food, and these meals help me achieve my daily goals with healthy, purposeful eating. Get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots for life using my link. That means you can choose 2 free wellness shots from the 3 available flavors for every order while you're an active subscriber. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. Now that we have given ourselves some brain food, it's time to get back to the video. Okay, the first myth I see a lot is that the items inside the balloon presents, those floating surprises that appear over your island every 5 minutes, are determined by the color of the balloon. This is half true. You can get 5 different categories of items from balloons: furniture, clothing, crafting resources, seasonal recipes, and bells. The red and green balloons each have a chance of giving you 3 of the options: furniture, clothing, and seasonal crafting recipes. Yellow balloons can give you these items, but also bells, and blue balloons can give you the standard 3 and also crafting resources. The chances of getting the different categories of items depends on how many balloons you popped that day. You're more likely to get furniture and clothing in the first 10 presents, but this drops significantly after 10 balloons have been popped. I did a very primitive experiment to see how often you got specific items from balloons, and according to the data, the yellow balloons gave me significantly more bells than the other options, and the blue presents tended to give me a ton of crafting recipes than the other possibilities. I'm not sure if this is actually accurate since my study only included 72 balloons, but the pie chart results were significant. Maybe in the future I'll do a proper balloon popping experiment with like thousands of balloons. But for now, I'm going to spread my own myth and say that I'm right. Weeds hurt your island rating. Half true-ish. This myth comes from the previous versions of Animal Crossing. Before New Horizons, weeds did indeed hurt your overall town perfection score. They were ugly and, players just didn't want anything to do with them. But New Horizons made weeds freaking beautiful. They are the perfect decoration. The developers knew what they were doing and made it so instead of hurting your score, you just don't get as many bonus points towards your rating. According to Wikipedia, if you have less than 100 weeds on your island, you'll get 30 development points. For every 30 weeds after the first 100, 1 point gets removed from those 30 development points. Once you reach 1,000 weeds total on your island, your bonus points are completely gone. This means that weeds don't technically reduce your score, however they can affect your island rating. Less weeds, more bonus points. You kinda lose points, but not really because they're bonus points, but they're still points that you no longer have, so you are losing them. It's just a big circle. You can easily make up these points in other ways by placing other things on your island. I have a whole video that goes over how to get a 5-star island if you want more information, and a deep dive into how everything is scored. Pine or cedar trees drop more hardwood, and regular trees drop more softwood. This one is false, even though it feels like it should be true. The truth is, it's actually the opposite. You have better chances of getting the softwood from cedar trees than the regular trees, and vice versa. It's barely more. The drop rates might as well be the same. I'm talking like a 5% difference here. But I thought it was funny that the devs threw us for a loop into the opposite of what makes logical sense. Though I guess these trees are technically called hardwood trees, even though the softwood resource is the same shade of brown as the trunks. I don't know. I swear Nogami is just messing with us. If you miss digging up your fossils for the day, they'll disappear the next day. This is another half-true myth. I'm so proud of the community. We're getting stuff mostly right now, but still a little wrong. You have the potential to get 4 fossils to spawn on your island every day. If you happen to skip a day and don't grab any fossils, the next day you'll have up to 5 fossils buried on your island. If you miss that day too, then the following day you'll get up to 6 fossils to spawn on your island. But this is where the fossil spawning stops. After those 2 days, you'll be stuck with those same 6 fossils until you start digging them up. If you're still working towards your museum, make sure you log in every day to get all 4 fossils to spawn. It's the quickest strategy to complete your exhibit. Playing the ocarina before you fish gives you a better chance of finding rare fish. Man, that Orville blushing myth really snuck its way into every aspect of this game. The fish spawn rates are determined by whatever percentages Nintendo threw into the game. None of the RNG in New Horizons can be manipulated by anything you can do with reactions or any of your items. The chances are determined by the game. And that's it. We are not God or game developers, though I guess we do have the power to move Earth into whatever spot we want, so we're almost God. But God can't control RNG, man. That's only Nogami. Red only gives you 1 piece of real art per week. This is false, no matter how true it feels. Red does hate us though, that much I can confirm. You can get art from 2 places. Red's boat that appears on your secret beach, and Harv's Island at Red's market stand. There's a better chance for you to get art from the boat since there are 4 possible options instead of just the 2. So if his boat is on your island, don't miss it. You have a really good chance of getting new real art. Red's booth on Harv's Island works a bit differently. Any items that you buy will be replaced the next day. This is true for the whole week. But at the start of the next week, the slots are re-rolled and brand new pieces appear. When the new week begins, if a real piece of art never appeared during the previous week, you're guaranteed to have at least 1 real art appear on the first day, and a small chance of the second slot also having real art. It's not guaranteed to be something you have yet to donate, but real is better than nothing. At least there's hope. There's hope that you need that real piece of art. Oh, my museum still isn't done and it's been 4 years. What is going on? When you buy something from Red during the week, that slot then has a 20% chance of real art appearing the next day, and it increases by 5% every time you buy the fake art in that spot. Do not buy art on Sunday night, the last day of the week, if they are fake. If you do, the slot will re-roll like normal and then reset for the week. So if the game decides to give you a new piece of art in that slot that night when you're unable to purchase anything, then the guaranteed real art won't show up because the game thinks you've already had a chance to buy the art, even though you couldn't because it's impossible because it re-rolls the slot and then replaces everything. So it's just like a pointless re-roll. I know this is super confusing, so let me lay it out for you in a way that's way easier to follow. If Red's booth has real art you don't have, buy it. If both pieces are fake, or one is a real piece of art that you already have, buy the fake art so you can increase your chances of real art in that slot by 5% for the next day. And then finally, if both slots are real pieces that you have, buy one so you can re-roll the slot for the next day. Real art you don't have, fake art, real art you already have. Don't buy art on Sundays unless it's something new. There's your winning formula. I have a whole video that explains this way better than the really quick explanation I just gave you, if you want to go check that out. Planting a gold rose next to money trees guarantees you 99,000 bell bags. Why are there always money tree myths? Every time. What have we learned today, class? We can't manipulate RNG. Unless it's Red's booth. Then I guess we can kind of try. Money trees aren't complicated. Let's say you bury 99,000 bells, hoping for those sweet, sweet 3 bags of max bells to appear on that money tree. There's a 30% chance you will get the 3 bags of 99,000 bells, and a 70% chance that you'll only end up with a total of 30,000 bells. That's it. Those are your chances. There are no secret spots on your island. There is no gold rose that can help you. Just plant and hope for the best. And to no one's surprise, I have a video that goes deeper into how money trees actually work. It's really helpful. I learned a lot doing it. And that's it for the myths this time. I hope something helped you. Now stop spreading rumors, dummy. Let me know if there are any other myths that you want answered in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!